Welcome back everyone, this is MandoAllDay, back with another video, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at Task Force Z Hardcover. This is the Volume 1. As always, we're going to be talking about a little bit of the story, the art, and if it's worth the purchase or not. But before we get started, make sure you hit the subscribe button to the support channel to keep up to date and watch videos like this. So, let's take a look at the front of the dust jacket. Clean looking, it does have that matte look to it, but the lettering does have that gloss. I don't know if my camera can pick it up. The spine. The back, same thing, matte, but it has gloss on the characters. I mean, not the spine, the back, sorry. And let's take a look at the book itself. Front of the book looks pretty cool. You got Bane right there. The spine has no lettering or writing on it, just the art. And there's the back. And so this one does have a continuous art. There you go, the full image. It looks pretty cool. So, what is this book about? Mainly, this book is about pretty self-explanatory Task Force Z, and yes, essentially what it is, it's another task force, or think of it like Suicide Squad, but with Z, aka with zombies. And the premise is they gathered a new, and I say this, a new organization, which I'm not going to say anything or be vague. I'm going to be very vague, but it's a new organization. They created a new method of reviving people to a certain point where they can actually control them, aka Z for zombies. And so they actually created this new team so that way they can actually go out and do good stuff. Again, I'm going to be very, very vague because I don't want to spoil anything. But anyways, like I was saying, so they created this new team, and of course they have Red Hood as in charge of the leader of this group. Now, even though it's kind of random, like why would Red Hood be in charge of this brand new group or team? It actually makes sense. As you progress within the story and you start reading more of it, it really does make sense because I don't want to say too much, but it's about giving second chances. And if you know about Red Hood and his history, you kind of know. I don't want to spoil anything, but it does explain it very well here in the book. And that's what I like about it, is that when I first heard about this book and I started reading it, I thought it was going to be another team, just zombies, like very cheesy team zombies, and it is that, but there's layers to it. And I don't want to say the layers because it'll spoil it, but there's actually a reason behind having Red Hood as a team leader. And more importantly, whoever's in charge of the new organization, it actually makes sense why this new organization who's in charge of it is actually wanting to do such a thing. And it makes sense. And again, I don't want to spoil it because it'll ruin it, the surprise, because it caught me off guard. I was not expecting the leader of this organization to be who it is. But for the most part, though, I gotta say, though, the book is really, really fun. It is weird because you're seeing certain characters. I mean, it's in the cover right here. You got Bane, you got Man-Bat, right? You got the Arc Knight, all zombified. So it is weird, but I'm telling you, when you read the book, it makes sense. And also, too, how they're able to get the zombies, it really makes sense, but it's also weird and extreme. So, like I said, I had a really good time with this book. I heard about it, like I said, I didn't think it was going to be interesting, but the more I read it, I was hooked, and the more you progress within the story, you get really hooked, sucked in, and you just have a lot of fun time, man. And apart from that, there's actually layers to it, as I mentioned. There's layers to the reason behind Red Hood and the organization. And at some point, again, this is Volume 1, so you can kind of get into how it ends, but at some point, when they're going to a specific mission, I don't want to say too much because I'll spoil it, but it's surprising because there's another group is also in the same mission. And I'll leave it like that. But when the other group appears, it connects everything, and then it's like, oh, okay, I get it. And I'm telling you, it's really worth it. That build-up is really good, and the execution of it is really good too, man. The art itself is good. Actually, really, really good. I really like the art. The imagery is really good. Like, stuff like this is ridiculous, over the top, but it's a lot of fun, man. So the art, top-notch from beginning, middle, and end. The pacing of it is really good, so I read this within an hour. Look, it's a short book. It's the first 6 issues, plus it has 2 additional issues in the very beginning by a character reporter named Debbie Donovan. So there's 2 parts, 2 issues that lead up to the main Task Force Z story. It's actually pretty good. I like them. They're cute. That's all I can say because I don't want to spoil anything. But regardless, though, for this particular story, would I recommend it? Absolutely, man. This is a fun read. As long as you're open-minded with how they use zombies, you're going to have a good time. If you're one of those people that, no, it doesn't make any logical sense, then you're not going to have a good time. For me, it is a little bit over the top and ridiculous, but it works in the premise of the story. And like I said, the more you read, the more you have a good understanding why Red Hood's in charge, but more importantly, whoever's the leader of this organization, it makes sense why they're doing what they're doing. So to me, would I recommend it? Absolutely. Thumbs up for me. I had a good time with it. I am definitely looking for Volume 2. Task Force Z is a lot of fun. It's over the top, but that's what comic books should be. It should be fun. It should be some, fun storytelling. Be creative. Have fun with it. And this is another example. I say another one because you have DC vs. Vampires, which is a good story. This is just like that. Another fun story where someone said, you know what? Let's just take these DC characters and just have a twist to a story and have fun with it. And I think, in my opinion, they nailed it. I had a really, really good time with this story. And as I mentioned, I am definitely looking for Volume 2. So look at that art. Tell me that don't look really dope. More importantly, tell me you wouldn't want a figure like that. So, like I said, thumbs up for me. Highly recommend reading this. And it's a Thanksgiving weekend, so you probably have a lot of time. So definitely why not, take a break from watching movies or just read a book. It'll be fun. So, thumbs up for me. Highly recommend getting it. Let me know what you guys think. Have you read this book? Do you plan on reading this book? Leave it in the comment section below. As always, make sure you hit the subscribe button to the support channel to keep up to date and watch videos like this. That includes an overview of Task Force Z, Volume 1 hardcover, and on to the next one.